I'm losing it. I'm completely losing it. And then I fell asleep, and in the morning I got up, and then suddenly I realized there's a movie called Devil at 4 o'clock. And I called Bill Tunke and said, did you art direct Devil on 4? He goes, yeah. I said, did you use the exact same blueprints? Yeah. So the exact same blueprints. So what I did was, if you watch that show, and I have a tape I can show you of the Devil 4 o'clock and that. I wrote, you never knew this? I wrote that show intercutting all the Devil 4 o'clock footage. And there's very little that you guys actually did.
And which episode was that?
That's the last one. That's why I came up with the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Because of Devil and 4 o'clock.
I never knew that.
Wow.
I never knew that.
Yeah, and the whole, but the Devil 4 o'clock, the whole point of it is the volcano is going. So I said, well, I'm going to use all the monkey bar and the cloud. You see the steeple, everything collapses. There's these great shots, all these great shots and stuff that are going on. But then there's all this stuff with the volcano. And I said, so when Don Battersby, I said, of course I can't use the volcano. And we got along, but he was a little, he was the guy who was told, he had a lot of pressure on him, the network
was called the line producer.
Yeah, line producer.
He's there on the set, and his job is to bring it in on budget.
And I'm the creative producer, so, and he really tried, I must say, he really, really tried to make things work. So he said, what are you going to, and so just to get his go, because he was fun, he was a very serious guy, and he was fun to tease that way.
He's a nice man.
Very nice man, but so I said to him, well, he said, what are we going to need in this next show? I said, well, we're going to save all this money, and we were able to get all those shots, and everything was great, and that's what I intercut, and then in fact, we did the same thing in one of your Wild Side shows, if you remember, with the miners.
Yeah, delinquency of
Delinquency of a Minor, exactly. We did the same thing, using Molly Maguire's. But anyway, I said, we need a volcano. Next thing I know, I'm joking. Next thing I know, he goes, okay, this is the genius of Tom Greene. He goes, okay, on stage show, we can build you the volcano.
Oh, no.
And I said, what? We can build you the volcano. Now, actually, there's a funny story to that. I do rodeo, and if you ever hear sometimes celebrity rodeos, they'll talk about me. I have this expression which talks about I can't do the rodeo, I have a Belisario. And I've never told this story before. And the reason I say that was because this volcano caused so much, because Don called me and said, you don't got a volcano, are you? And I said, yeah, he said, why are we building a volcano? I said, well, I'm writing this whole big volcano, she's building a volcano, it's going to be this whole big thing. And so Don Bear told Don Belisario, we can do this. So Don, first I don't want the volcano, so I took the volcano out of the show. Then he calls me, and if you don't understand, if you know Don Belisario, 3 hours later he goes, Guy, what are you doing? You said you have volcanoes, no volcano in the script. He says, Don, you told me you don't want the volcano. I never said that, I want a volcano. So they went the volcano back and they kept constructing the volcano. Then they go to shoot it, Don calls me and goes, what is this about a volcano? I don't want a volcano on this. You're on the set shooting. Now, of course, if you remember, that was when we had the last El Nino, and all the water came down onto stage 12 and filled up the volcano with water, and I had to change the whole thing to being this puddle of volcano water lake that you went into, if you remember.
Don Belisario was the only guy that Gandhi ever wrestled to the ground in anger.
So we shoot the volcano. We shoot the volcano footage. We get all this volcano footage. And then I'm doing the first cut on it. And Don comes in. He goes, I guess no one listens to me. I guess I said I don't want a volcano in it. And he said, well, take the volcano out. We take the volcano completely. I don't know if you know, but we took it completely out of that episode. And then he calls back and goes, it's short. So, well, of course it's short. Half this thing has the whole fourth act of the volcano. So, is there any of the footage we can put in? Because I don't like volcanoes. I said, no. And then he goes, and he called me back an hour later. I have an idea. There's all that volcano footage. Why don't you put volcano footage? Now, how the Belisario comes in is then we're watching the rough cut of it with the network and everything. We're sitting there, and I'm in the front row, and there's these seats. It's a small sound station. In those days, we had no video. We could watch it on the regular screen. So we're sitting there, and we're all very tired. It's the second to last show. It was supposed to be our last show, actually. It was the second to last show. And we're all a little jumpy, and I'm sitting there, and the thing is over, and everyone's going, God, that's incredible. And they didn't know it was stock footage. It's an amazing show. How'd you do it? And everyone's patting me on the back. And I hear right back here, Don go, I don't know why they put it in a volcano. I don't know it's a volcano. Well, at that point, something snapped, and it's what Jeff just said. I leaped up like this. I was going to kill the man. I was going to choke. And I never did that before. I mean, Don.
I was a guy Dale Carnegie ever did.
So I leaped up like that, and as I did, I hear a snap in a certain area of my body, a groin pull. And it's horrific. I didn't know what it was. I thought I was going to die. So that brought me to sink down, and I'm sitting there like that. And he's going on and on about the volcano. And the network says, well, I love the volcano. Well, I had some time, and I found out, so I went to the hospital. Then it was wrong, and I found out it was just a growing film. pull nothing. As I'm coming back, the phone is ringing, and it's Jordan Kerner, who is the person we were talking about, who actually is the one who gave me the Western lady.
He's our biggest fan.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful executive.
Yeah.
He calls me up and he goes, I just want to tell you what an amazing show that is and how incredible it is. I also want to tell you, I'm aware from the very beginning of this volcano thing, you must have the patience of Gandhi.
Wow.
Because to watch you sit there while he's going on, and you didn't do any, and I didn't
The
say
universe.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
You just sat there and listened. And so I sat there and I just sat, and he said to me, by the way, where were you? I've been wanting to call you for an hour. I didn't want to say, well, I was at the emergency room because I almost killed Don Belisari. So I thought, he always said,
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Don Bellis, Don.
We don't even roast
And
him.
many ways had killed him.
Yeah.
No, you don't. It's just that he was a genius. He is a genius. He still is.
He is.
He is the way I've always described him is he's a guy who he will want to get from point A to point B, and it's very important to get there. He's very focused. So you'll get to point B and you'll turn around and you'll see all these bodies on the ground, and you won't realize he's run them over. He'll go, but he won't go, oh good,
You're exactly right.
Bodies on the
right.
ground. Oh, it's horrible.
You're
Or
so
Mr.
right.
Magoo.
Yeah, right.
Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, exactly it is. So, right, he's not a bad person. It's just, and there's a lot of people who are like that, but they have no talent.
He's also,
He is a genius.
he's also a real workaholic, and he.
But it's like bump cars with him. You know, he
Well,
leaves bodies.
yeah, he does, but he was known for working 22 hours a day on Magnum.
Yeah.
And so everybody said, well, how's he going to do 2 shows? And people said, well, he's going to have to learn how to delegate. Well, he didn't delegate. I mean, he just simply,
Never had.
now he had 2 shows where he would work on one for 22 hours a day. He now had 2. And after about 3 episodes, Tom Selleck, who was at that moment the biggest star in
Yeah.
television, said, you're spending an awful lot of time on this new show.
They
and he
hated
said,
it.
well, hey, Tom, I told you I was going to do this new show. And Selleck called CBS and said, I want Belisari writing for my show.
I hated that.
And so CBS forced Donald, and so he was just split in 2. He was going nuts.
Yeah.
He
Well, that was,
was
in fact, the
really
worst thing, I was one of the ones he brought over. The other thing, Selleck, he brought a lot of people from Magnum.
Brought me over
Old
from
Monkey,
Yeah,
including Jeff,
yeah.
killed him off, brought him
Blew me
over.
up on his Ferrari.
Yeah. And then brought him back.
I said,
Brought
what's
him
that?
back.
Just put me in a coma. You know, I could just lie there with
He
drugs
brought
in
you
my
back as your twin.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know, he did.